Hey, Jumping Elephant followers. We are doing the expert series for social media, and we are interviewing every couple weeks an expert in their industry and asking how they're using social media to help them improve their business. And today, if you haven't already figured out by the logo here, we are interviewing Misty Wind. She is a local hair ninja, which, as you can tell, she did my hair yesterday. You can go and find her on Instagram at MyMistyWind, and you can see photos, and she does live videos on there as well. She specializes in color corrections for ash and really white blondes. So when you see girls walking around with a white, they probably saw Misty if they're in Calgary. She works at Okotoks right now and in a little salon with her mom, and it's so cute. I was there yesterday. And she also does local philanthropic work, which is the care cuts here, and we will talk about that later. So without further ado, I just want to introduce to you Misty!
Hi, everybody.
Magic. So tell me a little bit more about you. What didn't I cover? There's so much.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I am a local hair ninja, as you said. I was taught by my mother, and we were taught by the same lady at Delmar College here in Calgary. So we might have a lot of Delmar graduates out there. Let's see, I also started Care Cuts, as you mentioned, which is a local nonprofit organization which does free haircuts for those in need in the inner city. We're looking at expanding right now, so you can check out all of the happenings of Care Cuts on carecuts.ca, starting with foundational team building, which is all sorts of social media help and photographers, videographers, that sort of stuff. Lots going on with growth for that, so we can better serve more people all over the communities in southern Alberta and not just Calgary alone. So that's exciting.
That is really exciting.
Yeah, we use a lot of social media with that. It's very important to get out the message that you are not only doing the work, but that you're actually changing lives and people can see it in front of their eyes, because if they can't see it, they don't believe it.
And especially with what you do, you go downtown, sometimes remote areas, sometimes just in the heart of downtown where people are not necessarily watching. So you need to be able to show the rest of the community.
Yes, exactly. It's all about documentation and content for your online persona. People must be able to see what you're doing in order to be able to interact with it, even from the comfort of their own homes.
Yep. And you're launching your own website, too, for your hairstyle.
Yes. So carecuts.ca has been up for a little while now, and my own website, thehairdojo.com, is where hair ninjas go to learn. So this morning I posted my first actual blog about teaching you some stuff about hair that you might not know. I believe it's titled To Blow Dry or Not to Blow Dry. That is the question. So if you've ever been asking yourself, is my blow dryer good or bad for my hair? Should I be letting it air dry and straighten it out? You should read that blog, because a lot of you guys are under a common misconception that it's safer to straighten than to blow dry.
I was under that. She corrected me.
And now we have beautiful hair.
Yay! Yeah, so a lot of people with white hair can't get it really long because just the damaging and the care for it is...
Yeah, my white hair clients tend to get their hair longer, healthier, stronger, shinier than it was when they didn't have white hair and came to me.
So you've built up a huge tribe, pretty much, a big personality online. A lot of people know about your Misty, the hair ninja, and I think what you do is a lot different than a lot of stylists. When I'm following stylists on Instagram, it's really just before and after photos, and that's kind of it. And once in a while, they'll show a few hair tools. And so, what other things are you doing?
I mean, I love to incorporate my philanthropic work with my hair. Before and after photos are huge. But on top of that, I like to explain the science behind hair and behind difficult to do color corrections or difficult to do hairstyles, both for men and women. A lot of people don't explain to their clients how to properly use their product. They will sell you a product and send you home with it, and then it sits in the shelf and you never ever use it again because you tried putting it all over your hair once and it didn't do the same thing as your stylist had it do in her chair, and now all of a sudden you've just got a cupboard full of products that you don't know how to use. So I really like to educate people, which is what thehairdojo.com is really going to do, and I like to explain to you from the ground up the structure of your hair and why you use the products and tools in that way in order to achieve the results you want. So that way you understand what's going on and you can sort of fit it to what's going on with your exact type of hair, because I mean, I can't explain every single person's hair type and hair history in the whole entire world because there's an infinite amount of possibilities. But if you have the knowledge yourself, then you can sort of fit the puzzle pieces in order to make your hair work the best that you need it to. Yeah. So it's all about education.
And that's what we call karma marketing. So it's instead of just trying to always sell, you give a bunch of information. You give information for free, and then people will see you as a ninja, a dojo, and they'll trust you. And then they'll come to you because they can see, oh, this girl clearly knows what she's talking about. I
want you to know what you're talking about, too. So bad.
I've learned a lot about having just hair in general, let alone white ashy hair. So,
do you know why you have hair?
Do you?
Let me explain.
I know I have eyebrows, but
a whole nother type of hair.
Oh man, I'll have to write a blog on it.
Yeah.
So what are some of the big companies doing that, that you think that stylists can get information from, that maybe you get some tips from?
So for online and social media, for stylist tips, I'm going to tell you lighting is everything. Hair colors this beautiful look so different in different lighting. If I was to turn off these lights over here and show you Sarah's hair, it would look very, very purple. Hey, let's do it.
Let's do it quick.
Okay.
We're doing it in the moment.
We're doing it. All right, so let's take a look at Sarah's hair now. Oh, look, it looks
Lighter.
white now.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Those are pretty yellow lights. So.
Okay, so now her hair looks very, very white. So lots of people are going to be like, I love white hair. It's so beautiful. What you don't know about white hair is that hair cannot be colored white. Hair can only be colored what they call palest yellow, which is the difference of inside of the banana yellow and outside of the banana yellow. So we get Sarah's hair to go to palest yellow first, and then you add a pale violet color molecule. So what you are looking at is pale yellow and pale violet together, and then what you see is white.
See, with one light.
With one light, we get more violet out, and with another light, we'll get all the violet out. So I like to do my white hairs to start with a lot of violet, because your white hair will last longer if you have more violet at the beginning, and it's sort of fun, and with every single wash, it goes whiter and whiter and whiter, and then as it goes back to pale yellow, you want to add back that pale violet with the greatest shampoo in the world, which you can find out from my blog sooner or later, which type of shampoos for which type of hairs, because every person is different, and different shampoos for different people.
Yeah. So
I could tell you this one is the absolute greatest, but there's many.
For all different hair types.
For all different hair types, exactly.
So let's go over some of these. Oops, that's you.
I did have a social media point about that, though.
Oh,
quickly.
Yes.
The social media point is that the lighting is everything, and if you're going to be posting on your social media and you're a hairstylist, you want to make sure that you're getting the best lighting possible. And I'm going to tell you, for colors, the best lighting possible is indirect but natural sunlight. So you don't want to have sunlight beaming down, shining on your hair photos. You want to have sunlight sort of, it's ambient lighting, so maybe be in the shadow of a building, or maybe in a window, but not have the sun beaming straight down on it. So the other thing that you could do is you can use false lighting, like ring lights or LED lights, but you want to have really good photography ones. We love ring lights so much. Yeah. And so you want to keep the lights cool, because the warmer your lights, the more that they're going to show unwanted hair tones when you're posting your color photos. And, as we all know as stylists out there, people come in with their Pinterest and their Instagram photos. I want hair like this. And then you show them that same hair under yellow light, and that same hair under sunlight, and that same hair under window light. And they're looking at 3 different hair colors, and you're explaining to them, I'm gonna give you this hair color, but you might not see it when you look in the mirror at first glance in my chair. And
Yeah.
it's a struggle all of us stylists are going through right now with social media because, you know, photos can lie, as I will tell you a little bit later.
We'll get into that.
And lighting is everything.
Yeah.
So moving on.
And it's okay to take your style or your clients outside. Like yesterday, we went and stood in front of a brick wall because there was beautiful lighting and it's a nice background. The wall. You'll notice it if you see your Instagram. Yeah.
The famous wall.
So a lot of stylists feel like they're confined to the chair, and you know what? If your client is a regular, especially, they're totally happy to go wherever you need them to go to get a photo, and you can set up something in your salon. Make sure it's again in front of a light that we can get natural light in. Have a nice border, whatever it is you want. Just have a station set up so you can do those after photos and make them a little nicer.
Absolutely. The one thing that I learned, the biggest out of everything, is just at station after photos, they're all right, but have a specific spot for your photos and make perfect lighting.
Yep. All right, so let's take a look at some examples of really Misty's faves.
So beyond the ponytail, this is a great place to look for updos and amazing braids.
Look at the purple in there.
Ooh, we love purple.
Fancy.
Hashtag we love purple. Evo hair. Now, this is some of my favorite products to keep hair white. Evo hair has an amazing, actually, up until just recently, it was the only conditioner for retoning hair. There now is another one called Viral by Celeb Luxury, which I'll also show you a page of. But Evo is the first and also still the best. Viral doesn't currently have a really, really good platinum blonde or white hair conditioner, but Evo Fabuloso Platinum Blonde Conditioner is by far, hands down, number one in keeping your hair white.
Clearly, I need to pick up some of that. I don't have that. All right.
Authentic Hair Army. All right, these guys are just great for all sorts of different hair tutorials and tips and knowledge. If you don't know anything about hair extensions, the different types of hair extensions, the different types of balayage, the difference between balayage and ombre, because there is a difference.
Ooh, what is that difference?
Balayage is a type of hair painting and how you put the color on the hair, and balayage can be an ombre. Ombre is just what it looks like in the end. So an ombre can be done in various different forms. Balayage is one of the forms.
These are all great info.
Guy Tang! Yay! I love him!
Oh my gosh, look at his hair.
This is my hair bestie. Guy Tang. I love him. I use Guy Tang colors and Guy Tang lightener so much. It's a little bit more pricey, but as you can see by his Instagram, like, it's so worth it. All of my original, like, silvers and rose golds and stuff like that, they were inspired by Guy Tang. I loved them so much that I went to this salon supplier with my roommate who wanted rose gold hair, and you might have seen her rose gold hair on my Instagram quite a bit, or my Facebook. Everybody loves it. And the first time I went, his rose gold that we wanted was sold out. So I went to the hair salon, and being the hair ninja that I am, I mixed up my own Guy Tang rose gold with like 4 other different color lines. That's like a major hair no-no, but I'm here to break all the rules. And I swear, I mean, love Guy Tang, but I swear my rose gold is better. Sorry, Guy Tang. Love you.
We'll tag him in the video. Oh man, you're in trouble. All right, let's see.
Matrix. This is my white hair love matrix. There's a lot of different colors that Matrix has. They have a So Color line and a Color Sync line, which is the difference between permanent and semi-permanent. And they have some amazing colors that you can make opalescent and pastels and that sort of stuff. A lot of fun colors as well. Matrix is just, you know, one of those #1 hair pillars in life. So,
and look at that braid.
Matrix. Yeah, they've got amazing hairdos.
Cool.
Olaplex.
Yay,
All
our
right.
favorite.
We love Olaplex. Now, I've recently been bringing in the Matrix Bond Ultimate into my work, and I can explain that much more to you on my blog and my personal page later. But Olaplex is where I started with all of my white hairs and color corrections. Without Olaplex, prior to that, stylists couldn't achieve what you can achieve now. So nowadays, when you say, I want silver hair, like 5-6 years ago, that was an impossibility. Your hair would literally melt off before it got to that palest yellow point. in order for it to be able to take a silver toner on. But you have to go white first and then silver. Long story. So Olaplex is a bond multiplying tool that multiplies the different bonds in your hair, specifically the disulfide bonds, in order to strengthen it during processes that would otherwise be breaking them down and breaking your hair. So Olaplex was like the flagship bond multiplier that came first in order to get your hair to push the boundaries.
All right.
Celeb luxury. Oh, I'm on this page just a little bit further down with my roommate's hair. It's the violet
awesome.
roots and a rose gold waterfall braid. So check that out and follow Celeb Luxury. They have an amazing line of color shampoos and conditioners. Now their conditioners have bond multipliers in them, so it will keep your hair healthy and strong after it's been lifted so high in order to get all of these amazing colors, and it will re-multiply all those disulfide bonds that I was talking about earlier to make your hair stronger with every single wash and more colorful, whichever colors you choose. They have great silver that I love and use often. They have an amazing rose gold, violet, all sorts of different colors. They're great. Follow them.
Yeah, and take a look at their page. I mean, you can scroll down it when you look them up, but it's just such a beautiful page, you know, showing all your different colors, vibrant colors. It's really eye-catching, especially at the top of the page.
They've taken amazing photos with great lighting, awesome angles, and the hair's just like curled to perfection or braided amazingly.
Yeah, that's a really cool page to follow.
Mm-hmm. Fremar. This is all my favorite tools of the Hair Ninja. So my favorite foils, my favorite gloves, my favorite brushes, my favorite clips, everything that I need to make and create beautiful hair like Sarah's, and my whites and my colors and everything. I'm using Fremar, and they do an amazing job on their page of product shots. So nowadays, a really huge trend in product shots is white backgrounds and white and white and white and gray themes. People want to see like the absence of color and then a pop of it in the middle. So Fremar does that really, really well with their product shots.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, oh, I have products that, I mean, what do you do with a brush, right? How do you show off a brush? Well, even you can see 3 examples right here. You can do, like videos, and there's so much you can do. You just have to get creative with what you're doing. So those are some of like a really awesome examples of social media done right by the big guys. Scroll through their pages to get ideas. It's okay to take ideas from other people. You're not going to have the same hair. You're not going to have the same clients. You're not going to have the same results. And you just have to get inspiration from people if you're struggling to think of what you can do for content. And you're doing tons of content coming up for your website, blogs, and are you going to be doing video tutorials?
Video tutorials, absolutely. For every blog that I write, there will also be a video one, and I'm going to animate them so they're fun and easy for all to watch. It's going to be a great learning experience for all, and I mean, you can shoot me any questions that you need on my social media pages while I'm writing through things as well.
And that's a really awesome way to do content, is if you can come up with a blog and a video about the same thing, not only can you share them together on your website, but now you have content for LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever. You can pull snippets out of a blog. You can put your videos on all your channels, including a YouTube channel if you need to. And you just get that SEO from the blog, as well as make sure your viewer timing lines up. Because people come to a website and leave right away. It's called a bounce rate, and it's not good for your site. Yeah, so you want them to stay and ideally scroll a bit. So have your title, have your video, and you can have all the blog info under it. So you have the SEO for Google, the keywords in there, and you keep their attention with a video. So that's doing it absolutely right. Speaking of doing social media right, what are people doing wrong?
A lot of people like to fake it before they make it on social media. And so what you really have to be aware of as a consumer on social media, specifically for hair, because that's my expert series side here, is that there are a lot of apps out there that can fake real results. Now, on my page, every single thing is completely unedited. You can see through the videos that my hair is exactly photoed how it is in real life. An example of hair that isn't photoed.
I don't want to show mine.
Okay, yeah.
This is embarrassing.
This is Sarah's hair yesterday. So this is in between. We just did her roots, and we're trying to get rid of some of the yellow banding. I know you probably can't see the yellow banding in this shot, but my expert eyes certainly can. So I took this photo. And what I did is something that a lot of people will do on their social medias. They'll throw it into a different editing apps, and they'll take their finger and they'll go over it and they will white it out. Now, check out this hair. If you see
so
this,
white.
It's so white, right? If you see this sort of hair on social media, and you'll notice on here that a lot of the strands are starting to melt into each other, where you can't actually see them. The shine is like more like a white, like a whited out spot. And if we go back to the yellow, you can see here that you can see each of the hair strands better. So if you're looking on people's social media and that hair just looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, and I mean, it's hard to tell because Misty did this in 1 second sitting beside me right before this video.
I sat here and did it before this video.
And like she said, you just drag your finger over it, and so it doesn't look like they lightened the photo because you can see around it, but you can actually just spotlighten, and that's...
Yeah, so make sure if you're going to book with a stylist, look at their videos if they have videos, and compare their videos to their photos to see whether it looks as if their photos have been retouched like that.
Yeah, and that's also a really awesome
warning.
thing. Yeah, consumer warning. And it's hard. Trust me, Misty took a break for a little bit, and I had to find someone to try to fill in for white hair, and it's very hard to do. It's I forgive you. We got back. We got back.
I love my clients. They're so great.
We know well, and I know now never to leave because the amount of Instagram pages I went through, and just you don't know what to believe anymore out there. So videos are huge, especially just to prove, like, if you are amazing, you might as well show it off.
Absolutely.
Do videos.
Yes.
And as many times as you can.
Now, like, not to say videos couldn't be edited, but they're very, very difficult to edit in comparison, and your average social media person won't, like, go into a video editing program and figure out how to edit the way a hair moves in a video. So it's the most safe way to figure out whether your stylist is giving you true product shots or not.
And videos are huge right now anyway because of live videos. You can do Instagram stories, you can do Facebook stories, and if you go to Misty Wynn's Instagram, you can see all of her stories across the top. She usually shows befores and afters, and
every once in a while I will do the slow motion hair flip. Yeah. That is epic. I gotta tell you, slow motion is amazing.
Pretty nice.
So I sometimes on my stories I will give people the before, and then what product I'm using, and then the during, and then how I'm applying. So for all you stylists out there that are wanting to learn, every once in a while I give free tips on my stories only for you to see the processes that I do to create beautiful hair like this.
And if they want to learn fully from you,
go to thehairdojo.com. The sign-up process is just getting organized right now, but make sure that you have thehairdojo.com in your saved links, because I will be offering many, many tutorials and amazing classes for professionals to learn to do the hair that I do as well.
And I just want to touch base one more time quickly about CareCuts. This is the logo.
Carecuts.ca. Sign up to be a volunteer. Coming out with a new video about what we're looking for in volunteers and how we're looking to build and grow. So stay tuned on thehairdojo.com and carecuts.ca to see everything that I'm up to all day, every day. And at Misty Wind on Instagram. If we're closing out, I can give you this.
Yeah!
Yay!
Gifts!
I've got gifts. So I'm giving this amazing, cute little purse-sized product, and I think we have a product shot for that as well.
Should we put it in here?
It is KMS Oh, we
did
didn't
not.
drag it in. That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
You guys can see it. This is KMS Makeover Spray. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite dry shampoos, and for hair colors like this, beautiful, that do not like water and they do not like heat, you don't want to wash your hair very often, and dry shampoo helps that so much. You still have beautiful hair. This is my 3rd day hair. Can you tell? Probably not. This is Sarah's 2nd day hair.
Yeah.
And so to have beautiful hair like this that you brushed with your pillow and sprayed with a little bit of this guy in the morning, use KMS Makeover Spray. So here you go, Sarah.
And so how long can I go without washing my hair?
I'm going to tell you a story.
I don't know if she wanted to, but she's going to now.
I told her this yesterday, and now she's totally putting me on the spot. Don't tell anybody, but one time I was so busy doing everybody else's hair so amazingly that I counted the days back to the last day that I washed my hair, and I asked my boyfriend at the time, "Hey, babe, how does my hair look?" And he says, "Amazing." I'm like, "Okay, great." "And how does it smell?" He says, "Like apples. It smells great." I'm like, "Okay, awesome." I'm like, "When do you think I washed my hair last?" And he knows I only wash my hair once a week. So he said, "I don't know, maybe 9 days." And I said, 13 days ago.
13 days!
So I don't do that much, but I actually went 13 days without washing my hair with this guy right here, KMS Hair Play Makeover Spray dry shampoo. So I don't suggest that all the time, but if you want to save your color and make it last this beautifully for a very long time, you really want to stay away from washing too much.
Yeah, I usually go 4 or 5 days.
That's totally adequate.
All right, thanks guys so much. Again, this is Misty. You can check her out at Misty Wind on Instagram. She's on Facebook. She's got these websites coming up, thehairdojo.com, HAIRDOJO.com. It's not quite live yet. When are we expecting that to be live?
I've got my first blog post up today about blow drying or not blow drying. So we're going to be starting to have ongoing content from now on.
So the website's live. We can go on
the website's live. You can go on it and you can learn, and you can also request a book.
Let's see if we can. www.hair. The Hair Dojo. See,
yes.
This is why we.
This is why we type.
Dojo.com. All right, guys. I'm figuring out this cool little thing.
Oh,
anyway, there we go.
Thehairdojo.com.
And then carecuts.com if you want to get involved. Or
Haircuts.ca.
Okay, carecuts.ca. We're going to write these all down because you can screenshot them. Carecuts.ca.
For local philanthropic work and to volunteer, carecuts.ca. To learn how to be your own hair ninja, hairdojo.com.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And send messages. You can comment for a little while longer, and we will be watching. Bye! Bye.